Hi, I'm Jenny with Coco Daisy, and in this video we are unboxing the Scrapbooking and Creative Kit from the July 2025 Where the Sea Dreams collection. The Where the Sea Dreams scrapbooking kit is beautiful, so let's dive right in. This kit comes in the heavy-duty plastic pouch that's great for storage, but also great for keeping your items while you're taking them on the go as well. Now, this kit comes with so many things. So let's start with the papers. So first up, for the papers, we have 2 sheets of white cardstock, which is wonderful for matting photos, using as background paper, bases of cards, you name it, you can use the white cardstock for that. You'll definitely always find a use for it. Now there's also 6 sheets of patterned paper as well, and they are double-sided. So you get 2 of each design. And when I say that, that means that, for example, you get this lovely wave pattern, and then on the back is the stripes. So you don't have to choose between which pattern you want to use. We have this lovely underwater scene, and it also has North and South America, like really faintly on the background. And then this beige pattern, ever so slightly and very subtle. And then last but not least, we have this sort of collage with compass roses and ships and vintage text and other words. And then on the back are the navy background with the blue fish. So a nice wide variety of patterns, but all so beautiful, and they all go together so wonderfully. Now, in addition to the patterned papers, we also have the Puffy alphabet stickers. And they are a nice medium shade of blue. They're just absolutely beautiful and obviously coordinate so wonderfully with the rest of the kit. And we also have a sheet of rub-on transfers. And as you can see here, there are a couple of watercolor splotches or splashes, whatever you'd like to call them. And then we have other various items. So a handful of small stars, and then going all the way up into the bigger fish and the coral little sections as well. So very, very cute. And of course, how about some chipboard shapes? And this month we've got these 3 awesome tags at the back. They're really actually pretty large. And then we have circles, but then we also have these other shapes too, including the little flags. And they're just super cute. If you take a look, can you see those little circles? Some of the designs on there are really, really fun. And I think these are going to be really great for using in all of the projects. And then these adorable little icon puffy stickers. I don't know if you can see how many different shapes there are, but we have shells, anchors, like a bus, suitcase, all the things you would need for, say, a vacation, or maybe even more specifically, a beach vacation. I love these because they're a nice height. They do give a little bit of depth, and I think those are really fun to use. Now, one of the fun embellishments we have this month are some little miniature file folders. And these are cool because they match some of the patterns from the various pattern papers in this collection. So you can see this one is a net, this one is an anchor, and then this one has that collage that we saw on the pattern paper from this kit. These are included in other kits. All right, so you just fold these over, and then you have a little miniature file folder. So imagine you could have some folder or extra photos like hidden in the file folder, or you could do some hidden journaling, or I mean, really honestly, there are so many different possibilities with the little file folders, but I absolutely love how cute these are. They're just such a fun embellishment to have in the kit. Now, speaking of fun embellishments, we have our ephemera. The ephemera is always such a treat in the scrapbooking kit because it includes so many different types of pieces, and these are self-adhesive as well. So if you haven't had the pleasure of using Coco Daisy ephemera, you just peel the backing off and they already have their own stickiness right there. So we've got a little shell, but then we also have some banners, a strip, another cute little shell, a arrow with the fork and knife, another shell, a small sort of thin tag, and then we also have this little circle that says date at the top, a little tab, like, you know, for the side of a page, an anchor, compass rose, another shell. This little has I can't even think of the name of it right now, but like the steering wheel for a ship. I know it has a different name. I'm just completely spacing. And it says nautical shells. So lots and lots of beautiful summer beachy type items. So beautiful. And then varying sizes as well. So we've seen some of the smaller bits and pieces, and then we also have seen some of the larger ones as well. We have one of those big fish, another thin tag, another little tab for the edge, a tag, and another circle date. So you can see just such a wide variety of ephemera that are really great for using in all of the projects. And then we also have these amazing little felt pockets and tags as well. So we have these two felt pockets. They kind of remind me of like library pockets, but then we also have these tags. So you can see we have sea, sun, fun. Then we also have summer days, just breathe, and it also has the little shell on there, the shells, and then the compass. And so all of these tags, they fit in these two pockets right here. So you could just add these to your projects. And then you could also, I mean, if you wanted to, you could definitely double up. You see that? So cute. Add a couple of different tags to the pocket if you felt like it, or just keep one, you know, whatever. But they're really, that's a fun little embellishment with this kit. And then last but not least, for embellishments like this, we have our stamp set. And this stamp set is 3x4, and it has the fun in the sun, but then it also has a handful of images, summer holidays, take a moment to sit back and enjoy the day, and then also this little July circle as well. Cute, right? Okay, and then for real, last but not least, we have a roll of washi tape, and this is just a nice neutral grid. You're going to be able to use this for so many projects, not just this kit, but it goes beautifully. Now, our scrapbooking kit, you can subscribe to this on its own as with all of the contents that you've just seen here. However, you can also subscribe to it with one of our add-ons. So let me go ahead and show those add-ons to you now. All right, the first add-on is the pocket cards. So you can subscribe to these all on their own, just the pocket cards, or you can subscribe to them as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit. So you will receive the 3x4 cards. Wherever you are, be fully there. This is a really cool, like monthly divider type. But then on the back, if you don't want to use it like that, you have this card for journaling or photos about highlights from the month. Sun and fun. I love that these are double-sided. You can use them in a variety of ways. So if you're not looking to use an anchor, if that doesn't really go with your theme, the back is super neutral and just talks about adventures. And so everybody can have a little adventure no matter what it is. Again, same thing here. It's just they're very, very usable no matter what is going on in your own life. Story, every seashell tells a story. And then in the background, there is that big seashell. Hopefully you can see that there. Packing list. All the cute little palm trees. This one is super neutral, but I just love it so much. Life is a beach, enjoy the waves. And then we have our monthly card, and they are double-sided, one with a Sunday start and one with a Monday start, so whichever you prefer. This one is a 4th of July card for the folks in the US. However, if you are not in the US, the back is just a nice neutral with a scattering of gold-like stars in a sunshine state of mind. Sunbelievable. Just like a little note card. And again, you could add a photo right here if you didn't want to add journaling, but if you want to add journaling, then that will work wonderfully too. Love all that little watercolor detail. If lost, please return to the sea. Live for the moments you can't put into words. Mark the calendar. All right, so those are the 3x4 cards that are included with the pocket cards. And then we have the 4x6 cards. So as you can imagine, these are 4 inches by 6 inches, and they are also double-sided. So right here we have a monthly calendar. This is a really faint, neutral, hopefully you can see that map of the world. Find joy in the journey. Seashells. She sells seashells by the seashore. And then that nice collage of tags. Hello, July. And then just the very faint grid on this side. So those are all of the pocket cards that you receive when you subscribe to the pocket cards by themselves or as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit. Now let's take a look at the next add-on, which is the Simple Notebook. This is a standard size traveler's notebook. It has this nice sturdy craft cover, and then each page has something different. So this is a grid on this side, and then you have that collage. This is a dot grid. What's nice about all of these paper products that you're seeing here and in other videos is that they are produced in Michigan, fairly locally to Cocoa Daisy headquarters. This is a lined page, and they use recycled papers and recycled inks in their manufacturing process. So just a little nice addition to these beautiful high quality papers with bright white paper, and they're just absolutely stunning. If you've used any Cocoa Daisy paper products, you know exactly what we're talking about. So you can see there are so many pages to add your journaling or your scrapbooking or anything else that you're doing creatively that you can use a notebook like this. Now here we have 2 nice dot grid pages that are blank in case you don't want the patterned paper, because sometimes there are times we don't. And then there is the back side. So again, you can subscribe to just the Simple Notebook on its own, or you can subscribe to the Simple Notebook as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit. Now, last but not least is the 12x12 patterned papers. Again, these are beautiful, printed and manufactured in Michigan, and they are also double-sided. So you see you get 2 of each patterned paper so that you don't have to decide between using any of the patterns. They're all available to you. So I have them all laid out here so you can see, for example, that is the shells, like I'm just showing you right there. And then we have the fish, or maybe they're sharks. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say they're sharks, but then I realize that maybe fish seems a little less scary, so perhaps I should call them fish. But we have then this beautiful collage page. We also have this pattern paper that has this very faint pattern in the paper. And you can see right here, there is a lighthouse. And then, yeah, it's beautiful. And it's just got a beautiful ombre effect. And then the back side is the big fish patterned paper. Can you see that? So cute. Then we have my favorite page, which is the waves. I absolutely love this patterned paper. I think it's so beautiful. And the back side of this one is those lovely multicolored stripes. And then the last of the 12 by 12 patterned papers is this under the sea ombre looking pattern. And you can see here it also very faintly has the North and South America map right along there. And then the back side of this one is that nice beige pattern, very simple, easy to use patterned paper. So those are the 12 by 12 patterned papers, and just like the other add-ons, you can subscribe to these on their own, or you can subscribe to them as an add-on with the scrapbooking kit. Now let's take a look at the Where the Sea Dreams Creative Kit. This is a great kit because it's not specific to any hobby. So if you are a scrapbooker, it's perfect for you. If you're a planner, same thing. If you love to journal, there are definitely items in here for you too. So this is just a really great all-around kit. So let's take a look, and we'll start with the rub-on transfers. These are so pretty. Look at all of these different little designs. So many different ones. We have little tiny shells. You can see they're like the size of a fingernail, but then you also have this turtle and the fish, and then the splashes of watercolor. They're all just really beautiful colors, and yet a little bit neutral too, if that makes sense. Nothing overly garish like that. Okay, so then we have our beloved stickers. So first up, we have these Days of the Week stickers. They're just a really nice neutral green, sort of a sagey color. And then also these little headers at the bottom, that say to-do list, water plants, appointment, those types of important things we need to keep track of. And then we also have some date stickers and some alphabet stickers. And then a handful of nice decorative stickers too that are wonderful using in, like I said already, all of the projects. All right, so then we have our ephemera, and these are self-adhesive, and there is a really great variety of different types in here. So for example, we have a weekend banner, but then we also have like a little compass rose, the small little fish, and look what's back, the little small tabs. So if you are somebody who loves those little small tabs, I also really think they're great for journaling and for scrapbooking too. Like you can use them on the edges of photos to put dates or things like that. I just think they're really, really very versatile and such an adorable little size. So you can see right there a little shell. So some of these are very small, again, like a tiny little fish, but then you also have some larger ones as well. And I love the variety in sizes because I think it helps for layering. So for example, maybe you want to put, this fish with this tag, see the tag? Put the fish with the tag, and then you're gonna put one of the little things over here, and this is going to go in your journal or in your junk journal, in your scrapbook, whatever, and it's all going to look so cute together. So I personally just really appreciate all the different sizes, like I said, because I think that they're so fun to layer together. So we have, like I said, plenty of the little tabs, and then also plenty of decorative little bits as well. Okay, so then let's dip into the Deco Cards. So these come in this great little craft envelope, and I'm always really excited about it because you can use it on the projects as well. And these are not self-adhesive, but they're just really cute little cards that you can use in layering, for decorating. I love it. Making memories. So they're just really easy because of their size and their shapes, just really easy to tuck behind things or just, yeah, lots of different ways to use these. So smooth sailing ahead. Like I said, you do need to use a type of adhesive on these. They are not self-adhesive, but they do have nice weight to them and they are so pretty. So these are the Deco cards. Look at this little guy. I love that little green one. Can you see him right there? It's so cute. Okay, so then the thing I'm most excited about this month is we get 2 little watercolor pots. This really beautiful turquoisey, shimmery, turquoisey teal color. I'm gonna go with turquoise because I feel like that's a little bit more turquoise. So pretty. And then we also have this more mid blue. In the package, it looks navy, but it's really not navy. If you look on our social media, you can see the little tags that Christine made using these colors, and you can see the 2 beautiful colors. Look how pretty that is. So gorgeous. So those are absolutely beautiful. They're by Twinklings, and one is Blue by You and the other one is Blue Lagoon. And then, because you can't watercolor without a brush, there's also an included little watercolor brush as well. So it's another reason why this kit is just great for everybody, because it works beautifully for all of the different paper crafting hobbies. Okay, and then there are also 2 rolls of washi tape. Now this one is a beautiful compass. Do you see that with the tan and the light blues? Just so pretty. And then we also have the skinny roll of washi, which is a blue ombre. So pretty. I love it. So yeah, this is the Where the Sea Dreams Creative Kit, and you can subscribe to this kit and the scrapbooking kit and all of the rest of them on cocodaisy.com.